Evenings LLA. This is Purple. And in this recording, I continue what the video started with right before this. On the video right before this, I went over why we are going into week 2, and Joe Biden has yet to show us the third stimulus package bill. He has yet to show us the bill. Now, the bill exists, it has been written, and yet he has yet to show us the bill. Meantime, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, have yet to even talk about stimulus since the Biden inauguration day. Not a single word about anything for stimulus. Joe Biden had one press conference in which he talked briefly about his stimulus package. Hey, Hermanetta. Everyone welcome Hermetta to the family. Welcome, Hermetta, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have not talked about stimulus since Joe Biden has been elected. And to the extent that anyone has said a little bit, has been very much of nothing. A new news report tonight says that Chuck spoke a little bit about stimulus and that Joe Biden is speaking to people about stimulus. But talking now, people are tired of talking. They want to start seeing the walking. And in this video, I'm going to go over why the lack of clarity of items, and I'm going to go item by item with you. In the third stimulus package, the lack of clarity now causes some concern when Joe Biden has yet to show us the bill. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. We approached 375 today. That's a great number. Congratulations. Thank you for getting us to 375. Next focus is 400,000. Let's do it. If you've not subscribed, it's free to subscribe. I'm answering people's questions, whether you're a member or non-member, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. So please subscribe. Like that button, hit that alert button, and if you do want to become a member by clicking the join link in the bottom of this video. Become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power Calcino VIP. And Purple Power members got a new PDF today, and that's what I'm going to be referring to in this video. Under the third stimulus package, under third stimulus, last week Joe Biden did a series of executive orders. Let's be very frank here. These executive orders were no great achievement unto themselves. Eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, student loan debt forgiveness. They already were on the book in some form in the last few months. All he did was extend them. If he didn't extend them, you would have screamed and shouted. I mean, it would have been crazy. It would have been cray-cray not to extend these absolute bare necessity executive orders. They were already on the books. So there was no real big achievement in doing that, which he was expected to do, which he had to do, and which they already were there. So let's go over that one. That's no great achievement. But let's turn to third stimulus itself. Before I get to the numbers we do know about, the numbers that don't make sense, let me go over the things that we don't know about. Hazard pay. Hazard pay? Joe, can you tell us about the hazard pay? Joe, how much hazard pay? Joe, how much hazard pay? Joe, who gets the hazard pay? Joe, who are the essential workers? Joe, how do we qualify for hazard pay? Joe, who makes the application for hazard pay? Joe, what months is the hazard pay covering? Is it covering, now forward? Is it covering from January forward? Joe, what if I was laid off from the pandemic and my employer doesn't hire me anymore? Joe, what if I'm an independent contract? Joe, nothing about hazard pay. Now, that 30-page summary I told you I have that explains the 6,000 approximate page bill that talks about private sector hazard pay, public sector hazard pay, it's 2 sentences, 3 sentences. It's like, I'm not being I'm not being melodramatic. It literally is nothing. I mean, there's an old vaudeville joke, but I don't know how to say it right because I'm going to forget it. That there's so much achievements in Joe Biden. It's a pamphlet. There's so much in the hazard pay. It's basic. You could fit Joe Biden's description of the hazard pay on a Tic Tac. Joe Biden gives you as much detail of hazard pay you could fit it on a Tic Tac. There's nothing there. I'm like, Joe, can you at least tell us how this hazard pay is going to work? No, sorry, no. Okay, well, you're not giving us the bill also, Joe. So the fact that he's not giving us the bill, the fact that he's not telling us the hazard pay, This sounds very Mitch McConnell-ish 2020. I'm sorry. It just smells Mitch McConnell-ish 2020, where Mitch never wanted to tell us what he's doing because what he's doing was really not good. Where Mitch McConnell was simply just, he was going to screw you over because it was going to be a really bad bill. He specifically did not tell you that. It does, says Nahil. It smells like someone who doesn't want to tell you something because it's really bad. So where's the hazard pay? Now, you and I know because I've done, I don't know, 500 hazard pay videos, 600 hazard pay, that hazard pay costs the federal government a lot of money. It costs the federal government a lot of money. Well, you know, are you just putting hazard pay in there to make it look like you're doing hazard pay, or are you really not doing hazard pay? Now, that provision that he talks about that he's going to call, I'm breaking up because it's now I'm starting to see sort of this trend of, I almost cursed. You know what word I was going to use. This trend of dog do. He in the hazard pay section, he says he's going to call up the CEOs and tell them about the importance to pay you hazard pay. Even when I first reported it, I couldn't say it with a straight face because it sounded sort of wacky, but it was really the first day of the guy in, and I'm like, I can't be disrespectful to him. Okay, it's been a week. What do you mean you're going to call them up? Well, I did say that back then. I said, what do you mean you're going to call them up? Are you going to pay the hazard pay, Joe? Or you're not going to pay the hazard pay? Just tell me. I mean, what do you mean you're going to call? You're going to call up, Amazon, say, hi, you're going to pay some hazard pay? Are you going to call up, Josephine at CEO of Inc. Incorporated, saying, "Hey, you pay some hazard pay, Josephine." What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Are you going to pay us hazard pay, Joe, or not? Just tell us yes or no. We're grown adults. Just tell us the number. Bernie says he can do a reconciliation bill. Yeah, there's a lot of procedural stuff I could talk about, but I'm going to I'm going to the substance. That's a great question, Laurel. So there's a whole problem with the procedural approval of the stimulus. I'm not even getting to that. I'm getting to the substance right now. Which is how much hazard pay? Who gets the hazard pay? How are you eligible? What is the calculation? What months of hazard pay? What if you're in an independent contract? Anything for hazard pay, or are we just using that number because it sounds really nice? Are we just sort of using that number to sort of sugarcoat the situation? That's number one. Let's go back to our PDF, shall we? With 500 people in the room. Tell everyone to get in the room because this is going to get good very quickly. Let's go to the student aid supplement. That's a nice one. The student aid supplement, he's going to give $1,700 of financial aid to kids in college. Okay. What does that mean? You hear me every day say, is it a grant, is it a loan, is it a grant, is it a loan? I don't know. You can say, he says $1,700 to a college student. Every college student gets $1,700 in college? Everyone in college gets $1,700? Who gets the $1,700, Joe? Just everyone? It just sounds like a really nice number, but I was like, okay, can we have a little bit of detail of that? Then the business grants and the business loans. Let me get to the business grants and the business loans. I get this question 24 hours a day, 7 days a week because because your questions are great. What is he doing with that business grant and business loan in the third stimulus package? I don't know. He says there's going to be some business grant and business loans. Business grants for existing businesses and business loans to go start a new business. What does that mean? Joe, can you tell us something? Like, you know what this feels like? It feels like charades. It feels it feels like Joe's doing this thing where he's like, hazard pay, essential workers. It feels like he's doing. What is that, charades? I can't remember. What is that? What is that game where they where they enact? You can't talk, and you got to do it with your hands. It feels like that bad game show where they do this thing and or it feels like $5,000 pyramid. Birds with a feather, birds with a flying. And you keep on guessing what he's trying to do. Can you just you remember the $5,000 pyramid where you had to guess what the word is behind the guy on the screen? It's It's just, it's you got the cardboard cutout, and you write a little dog, and then what is the dog? It's a dog. No, it's a cat. No, it's a lamb. No, it's an alpaca. No, I. It's Joe. Can you tell us something? $100,000 pyramid. It feels like $100,000 pyramid meets charades. It's like, come on, man, tell us something. Tell me something, Joe. What what is going on here? Uh, and so business grants. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some business grants. Congratulations. Yeah, for who? Yeah, I'm not telling you. Business grants for who? I'm not telling you. Business grants, and we got a grant before. I'm not telling you. How much you get grant? I'm not telling you. 5,000. I'm not telling you. You got gas. I'm not telling you. It's just, it's like a bad ex-girlfriend that won't tell you anything. I won't tell you. You have to figure it out yourself. I'm not telling you. Business loans. What are the business loans? Are there any grants now? Are there grants available now? There are no grants available now. Business loans. So he says he's going to give you business loans to start a new business. And Tia said, that's great. That's wonderful. If we knew what it's about, here's Stan. Hey, Stan. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Thank you. It's whack-a-mole. Playing whack-a-mole. It's thank you. Thank everyone. Welcome Stan to the family. Welcome Stan for becoming a purple member of this family. I'm not telling you. Joe's not telling you anything. I'm not going to tell you what the business grant is. Not telling you what the business loan is. Why keep it a secret? What is the purpose of giving the business grant and business loan a secret? Republicans love business grants and business loans. Republicans will give you business grants and business loans to the blue in the face, or red in the face, I guess I should say. So why is he keeping that a secret? Why is he keeping it a secret? I don't know what's going on. What is this secrecy? Is Russia? Is it keeping secret from Russia? I mean, what is these secrets? So everyone, welcome Stan to the family. Okay, so now I gotta get to my favorite part of this recording at the 12-minute mark. Before I get to the favorite part of where I'm going in this recording, let me remind you where I am so far. This is Evenings Late, and so far we have no stimulus package bill. Joe Biden has chosen not to give you a stimulus package bill now entering the second week of his administration, and no one understands why he's not giving you a second stimulus package bill. It has been written. It has been written, his Treasury Secretary confirms. Tonight, there's a news article that says Joe is talking, finally, to some congressional leaders about his bill. Now? It's been a whole week. What have you been doing? Going to Soup Plantation and getting 2-for-1 for the salad bar? What have you been doing, Joe? Have you been going for jogs of Al Roker and just seeing who can run to the curbside faster, you or Al Roker? What have you been doing for freak, Joe? I mean, there's a pandemic going on. I know you're big on the environment, but the sky is either blue or it's gray. Get this going on. So we still do not see this bill. And now the question is there a reason we're not seeing the bill? In the video before this, I went over perhaps there is a particular reason not to see the bill. Viewers have been asking me, what about the SSI and SSDI? I've been saying, hey, he has not even mentioned that since November. Hey, Deborah, everyone welcome Deborah to the family. Everyone welcome Deborah to the family. We know that, I told you earlier today that Joe is not talking about SSI, SSDI, the 200 Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, the $200 that goes on top of your monthly payments that he had written, ad nauseum during the transition papers and on the campaign trail. He has not mentioned since November. But now we're at the point that no one's talking about stimulus at all. And to the extent that they're talking about stimulus, where are they walking the stimulus? There is literally no papers being released to press about stimulus other than what I have for you. And that's what I'm going over right now. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And hello to the family. So please subscribe. We pressed 375 today. Let's keep it going. Let's go to 400. Also like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Click the join link in the pinned comment in the description and also at the top of the chat. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. And thank you for the thousands who have happened. LA, what do you think will happen if you had to guess? I'm asking you to guess. What do you think will happen? I am concerned that there is so much lack of stimulus here in what I'm about to show you that I'm worried that they don't. Well, here's one of my concerns. Here's what I'm guessing. What I'm worried about is that this is starting to turn in not to a stimulus package, but a reopening the economy package. I guess that's the best way to say it. That this is a reopen the economy package. That the economy reopens in March or April or June. Everyone's vaccinated. Yeah, whatever. No, you're not going to get the vaccines out that fast, but everyone's going to get vaccinated, and that we're reopening the economy in May or June. And here you go. Here's the money to get the economy reopened. It's sort of starting to feel like that when this is supposed to be an emergency urgent stimulus package for the pandemic, not to reopen the reopen the package. That's what I'm feeling because it's going so slow. It's like it doesn't feel like there's any urgency. I'd go there, but it's going to not be what we expected. Um, so let me now turn to 19, 20, and 21. This has been sort of bizarro. Um, this child tax credit, the expansion of the earned income tax credit, and the child care tax credit increase has really turned into an altered universe in the last few days. I'll tell you why I think it's turned into an altered universe. About what was it, last Saturday, I got this 30-page summary of what's in Joe Biden's bill that very few people have this document. And I immediately told you about these tax credits. Well, suddenly these tax credits are being passed off as this enormous stimulus thing. What? These three tax credits have been on the books for laws for years. They've been on the books for laws for years. You follow me so far? They're already existing law. What Joe Biden is doing with one of them is changing the age from 16 to 17. I can't say it with a straight face. He's changing the age from 16 to 17. Okay. That's stimulus? It's really nice he's doing it, but that's not stimulus, Joe. I'm changing the earned income tax credit from $530 to $1,500. So he's raising it $1,000, and I'm increasing the eligibility from 16,000 to 21,000. So he's throwing in an extra 900 something dollars into a tax credit. That's crumbs, says Lori, tossing us crumbs. That's not stimulus. What did I miss? You missed that these tax credits, which are supposed to be like an afterthought, they're sort of like an appetizer. They're sort of like the garnish on the salad. They're sort of like the garnish on the lobster. The parsley garnish. They're not supposed to be. Suddenly, the parsley garnish is being proclaimed as the great stimulus of 2021. Are you kidding me? Are you literally joking me? And I have people on Twitter saying, "Oh my God, this tax credit is the most beautiful thing he's ever done." It's already a law. What do you mean it's the most beautiful thing? It's already a law. All he's doing is change it from age 16 to 17. And yeah, you may not have known about it before, but that's not stimulus. That's like a little piece of parsley on the side to the stimulus dish. Oh, brother. Sorry, I just said, "Oh, brother." Jamie, everyone welcome Jamie to the family. Welcome, Jamie. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. They ate the entire entree and they threw us the crumbs. Remember all the mail since they're mailing a debit card for stimulus. It's like peanut butter without jelly. No, it's like peanut butter without peanuts. It's like peanut butter with just the butter and no peanuts. That's what it feels like. Why isn't this law? Why isn't this law? Because there's no bill. In this is a double header of two broadcasts tonight. And the video before this, Jamie, I went over that no one, including myself, understands why he's not showing the American public the bill, which has been written for some time, and why we can't see the bill. Nody says, "What about FPUC?" I'm going to get to FPUC. There's stuff we know that's in the bill that's bad. And I think Joe knows it's bad. Joe knows that we know that it's in there and it's bad. But the other stuff, the parsley, these tax credits, is parsley. That's not stimulus. Are you going to go run and, save the barn because you got an extra $800 tax credit? That's a joke. I mean, are we really, this is not stimulus. This is ridiculous. So let's go to the real meat and potato of what his stimulus package is that it could be hazard pays meat and potatoes. We just don't know it. It could be business grants. We just don't know it. Janet Yellen says 30% of the bill is about business grants. It would be nice, Janet, if you tell us what they are. But let's go to some of the meats and potatoes of the stimulus package. FPUC, $400 a week going forward. FPUC, $400 a week going forward. Now, this is sort of like a whole other direction for this video. Because at this point, we're not at the direction of why aren't you showing us the bill? What's going so slow? Why are you dragging your feet? Why are you not telling us what hazard pay is? Why are you not telling us about these things? Why are you not telling us that, yes, Yoda, FPUC, $400 going forward? No, that's it. Now we've already gone through the cycle of not telling us, not telling us, showing us, not telling us, not showing us. And then we get to the real meat of it, and then the meat is not particularly savory. When does FPUC start? Probably, a month from now. Yoli, hey, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Yoli to the family. Do I know when he's going to start FPUC? No, you don't tell us. But presumably it's, January or February. Going forward, $400 a week. Now, this is a whole, and the people are asking me questions. What about the reason why I'm saying there's nothing else? That's it. When I say that's it, I mean that's it. That's not. You don't have to ask me what about. No, that's it. $400 going forward. That's it. What about? No, there's nothing else. So this is where things go to another level. This is things where it goes to another level. No, it is not It is not retro. Again, it is not retro. The reason why I have a campaign on this channel now of FPUC retro is it's not retro. But that's a joke for people on FPUC, says Lorraine. It is a joke. Now, I have about probably 85 minutes to talk about FPUC retro, which I can't do in this video because I don't want the video to run too long. But let me just summarize my position about FPUC. $600. You wrote, Joe, $600. And you didn't write it during the campaign only. You wrote it during the transition after you won. You wrote the number $600. So what happened between November and now? I would like an explanation, Mr. President. Why is it now $400? Why did it go from 600 to 400? You won Georgia. You won the 2 Senate seats in Georgia. You got the Senate. Why is it 400? Now, we were sitting back in what was it, early January. We said, okay, maybe if he doesn't win the Senate, then he's going to do this. Maybe he doesn't win the Senate, he's going to do that. You won the Senate, Mr. President. So why is it 400, not 600? I think we deserve an answer from him. I think we deserve an answer from him. Why did he change the number from 600 to 400? Instead, what we're getting is, I never said 600. Just ignore the fact that I ever said 600. Just ignore it, Just, ignore that I said 600, wrote 600, said 600, wrote 600, campaign was 600. Just ignore it. It's 400 now. No, I want to know why it's 400. It's I see some of the Instagram comments. I can't say those on screen. But we deserve an answer why it's 400 and not 600. Now, let me go another level on this 400 versus $600. There's no reason to be 400. Why is it 400? Do you see Mitch McConnell saying it needs to be 400? Do you see, Pat Toomey or John Johnson or all those people that don't want to give you any money? I'm not agreeing to it unless it's 400. No one has come out saying they want 400. He just made it 400. And remember, he said it's 300 FPUC, which you have currently under Trump, second stimulus. That's a down payment. 300 is a down payment for 400. No, it's almost the same number, Joe. 300 is almost the same number as 400. 300 is not a down payment for 400. It's almost the same number. You're giving us one extra $100 a week? That's the same number. That's not a down payment. So then that's the 600 part of the matter. The the FPUC, the retro part is a whole other mess. It doesn't make any sense. Can you see some of our IG comments? I can't see some of them. Some of them I can't read on camera because they're just. Uh, I agree with you. Um, the FPC retro doesn't make any sense either. Nancy Pelosi and the fact that Nancy Pelosi has to introduce a bill from Joe Biden at $400 a week, when Nancy Pelosi singularly every single week for the year of 2020 said she would never accept a number less than $600. Every time a Republican approached her with $400, Nancy always rejected $400, saying, "I'm killing it. It's not 600. I'm killing it. It's not 600. I'm killing it. It's not 600." Now Nancy's doing exactly $400. I don't. There's wackoness from Biden. There's wackoness from Nancy. None of this makes any sense. It's literally it sounds like it's altered universe. Uh, she hurt millions. She hurt millions by not accepting $400. Now she's doing $400, a number she said that was not acceptable. Steve Mnuchin offered her $400. Every Republican offered her $400. She had $400 on the table since July, and now she's doing $400. I don't, and why? Why is Joe Biden doing $400? I don't understand. Can you please tell me why it's $400? And here come the certain broadcast news channels that's like, oh, Joe is so wonderful and Joe is so great and so is Joe so great and Joe's so wonderful. Well, he is wonderful, but can you please ask him some tough questions? It's like as soon as a Democratic president comes in, no one gets asked tough questions. You just ask him real softball questions. How about you ask him a tough question, you broadcast reporters? Are you a bunch of wusses? Why don't you ask a tough question? Ask a tough question. Why not? Why is it not $600? Ask him why is it not $600? I mean, we have a right to know the number. Um, and then we go to MSC. MSC, MSC. I mean, really, come on now. $1,400. Are you kidding me? I mean, there's so many levels of ridiculousness that it doesn't even belong on an MTV ridiculousness show. I mean, I've seen America's Funniest Home Videos have more bloopers than a $1,400 stimulus check. It doesn't make any sense. The MSC is just, are you kidding me? Again, in December, they were supposed to fix the $600 stimulus check by giving you an extra $1,400. They were fixing the flat tire of the $600 stimulus check by plugging it up. And they said, you know what? We'll fix the plug and give you additional $1,400 on the flat tire. We'll fix it for you. Okay. And then when Joe comes in, he'll give you another stimulus check. Okay. And then they said, oh, we're out of time. We'll take care of it in January. We'll give you the $1,400, but we'll still give you a new stimulus check. Don't worry. Okay. And then Joe comes along and says, no, I'm just fixing the plug on the old stimulus check tire from last year. What? What are you talking about? I can't even say this with a straight face. I can't. It doesn't make any sense. Now, uh, what is there to fix? Oh, what is there to fix? They were fixing the $600 because the $600 was passed in December. And within a day, they said, you know what, we don't like $600. We want to fix it. We want to do an additional $1,400. We want to give you $2,000 in December. We want to fix it. We made a mistake. Okay, I got it. Thank you for the $2,000 in December. Then they say, oh, we're out of time. We'll take care of it in January. Okay, but we're still going to give you a new stimulus check. Okay, thank you. And then Joe comes along and says, oh, no, we're just fixing that stimulus thing from last year. We're not giving you a new stimulus check. What? I don't. He's letting the air out of the tire out of three tires, says Lori. He's letting air out of the other three tires. Because they're incompetent. Let's just do the $1,400. Oh my God, these senators, someone just said. I feel like Dutch boy with my fingers in the dam. LA for president. And it, it don't. Here's the problem. I have multiple problems with the stimulus check issue. One of the problems, again, is the stimulus check, the $1,400 smells again like the $600 issue. You told us specifically this just 2 weeks ago, $600 a week. Now it's $400 a week. Are we supposed to forget that you told us $400 a week and wrote it in writing? Now with the multiple stimulus, now with the stimulus check, you told us $1,400, which was fixed last year, and we're going to give you a stimulus check. Now we're supposed to forget that you said this? It's a repeated situation that someone says something and the next day they change it, and someone says, I'll help you campaign for 2024. Oh, I appreciate that. Let me make clear, this is not Joe Biden's campaign promises. These aren't Joe Biden's campaign promises. This is what he wrote in December after he won, and he says, I'm getting ready to prepare to come in. This is what you're going to get. You know, it we have a right to know why you're changing your plan. I'm not going to get Republican approval. I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to get that. They're going to push back. Or at least tell us. But don't act like we're ignorant, like we don't hear what you said a few weeks ago. I keep on feeling like, it's hard for me as a reporter to report when someone tells you something on a Monday and then on Friday they're telling you the complete opposite. And then it looks like I'm it looks like I'm schizoid. Wait, Alec, you told me on Monday 12. Why is it 9 on Friday? Because he changed his opinion. He changed. Why did he change? I don't know why he changed. What do you mean you don't know why he changed? I don't know why he changed. Hey, Mr. Bugali. Hey, welcome everyone, Mr. Bugali. It don't make any sense. Let me read some of your comments. He probably forgot what he said. Someone said, hey, Joe doesn't remember anything he says. He needs to do what he says. But someone just said he doesn't remember anything he says. Well, he wrote it. He wrote it in writing. Can someone give him a piece of paper he wrote? He's afraid of letting people down. Ellen, I love how you talk the truth. Well, it's like, if people are allowed to change their opinion or change their number, but they change their number and they act like they never had that other number. It's sort of, what it feels like? It feels like, you went on a date with a girl and you kissed, and then, the next time you see them, like, we never kissed. Of course we kissed. No, we never kissed. Of course we kissed. Yeah, we kissed. No, we never kissed. I'm like, this is, and it also feels like a bad Jamie Foxx music video. Blame it on the alcohol. Everything is just sort of being forgotten every 10 seconds in American politics lately. Are we blaming it on the alcohol? Blame it on, why is everything forgotten from one day to the next? It's just like, this is like, I can't read that on screen, but that's very funny. Some of these comments are hilarious. I can't read on the screen. It just, maybe everyone was at the casino too late. It just, did someone trip down the stairs and just not lose? It's a lot of amnesia. We have 4 years to go at this too. It's gaslighting. It feels like recycled junk. It feels like it is recycled. It is recycled. The $1,400 is recycled from last year. I thought the Democrats control the House and Senate. I'm confused. You're not confused. You're not confused, Cooking with V. They do control the House and Senate. So that was what I said on the video before this. I don't understand why the bill is not being introduced to the House now and just getting it passed. I mean, who in the House is going to oppose it? They've lost their ice cream. Just do the $1,400, Congress. Biden may be on a vacation. Did something just happen? It froze on me. We are so confused. We're not confused. They're confused. Says Lee. I love that. We're not confused. They're confused. Well, he's letting us all down. They think we're all dummies. They do think we're all dummies. They do think we're all dummies. They think we don't hear what they say from A to B. They think we forget everything every 10 minutes, and that we just so excited you're our president. thank you so much for being our president. And, I'm sorry, there's no honeymoon when they're in the pandemic and we got to get stimulus out. There's no honeymoon. The honeymoon's over in about 48 hours. We're not going to sit back 90 days and say, I'm so excited that Joe is my president. And, I have no money to pay for food, but I'm so excited he's my. No, I mean, you got 24 hours to, because we blink our eyes nonstop. I'm so excited. No, I mean, you got to get the stimulus out now. You got 48 hours to get the stimulus bill introduced and get going. The sky is blue. Yeah, the sky is blue. Maybe he thought he was high school president. Someone said maybe he thought he was elected high school president. I don't. Sonia, welcome to becoming a Purple Hawk. So there you go. It is getting ridiculous. So I'm glad I shared my opinions tonight. And thank you, Victor, for coming to Purple Hawks. Everyone welcome Sonia and Victor for becoming part of this family. And there you go. This has been Evenings Allied. It's been a double dose tonight of trying to figure out where things are and why they aren't there. The hashtag campaigns are hashtag FPUC Retro, hashtag MSC, and hashtag SS200. But you may want to add on there, where's the bill? Use some funny emojis with where's Bill? Where's Bill? Where's the bill? I mean, where is this? What's going so slow? There's some funny GIFs, GIFs on Twitter for slow things. Get some slow GIFs and start saying some funny slow GIFs. Say, why is moving things so slow? I feel like I'm at the DMV. It's going so slow. So thank you for joining me on Evenings LA. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, hit that alert button, and also consider becoming a member. I'll be back with you at 10 o'clock tonight, Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. on the Eastern Coast with Hazard Pay, our new hit show on Evenings LA. I'm in the chat live. It's a taped show, but I'm in the chat with you live. There's Linda. Thank you for becoming a Purple member. Join me for that fun tonight, and then I'm back tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. with EIDL back at its original time slot, 1 a.m., FPUC at 2 a.m., and Early Mornings LA at 3 and 3:30. Don't miss any broadcasts. Let's get it to 100 million views. Keep on watching videos. Watch some videos if you missed any. Tell other people to watch the channel as well. Let's get it rocking and rolling, and let's get the viewership up. Stay informed, stay focused, and have a great evening. And stay up LA for more.